सर्वदा
सरस्वती
नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
ॐ
सहनाववतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं
करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै शांति हरि ओम हरि ओम.
So vayam kim paditavantaha. What all we studied so far? You remember?
Mahoday.
Vadantu. Varnamala.
Varnamala.
Bhavataha nama. Khalo. Bhavataha nama kim? Bhavatyaha nama kim? Tadanantaram samyuktaksharaणि kinchit padani kinchana padani
Eshaha saha.
That's all. By then you are worried. Space is going up. And whatever I am giving this log and all not there as a curriculum. Okay, they are not part of the, but they are something like essential. Without that, you will not get any taste of it. Right?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Otherwise, you don't know why. What is this? All these some words and all coming, going. So what? That should not come. You should also taste it. So go parallelly. That is why this thing. So those who are always bothered about homework, this one, they will not find it that way. Okay. You should be enjoying both sides. Anyway, so let us start today. Today, what I'm planning is. Today I have to introduce Bahuvajanam little bit. Bahuvajanam means plural. Plural. Then I will introduce Asti Nasti. Okay, it is there, it is not there. That one. That's also very basic because I see others have done it. So I don't want you to be off track. Okay, that is one. Then one more thing like that I was planning. Asti Nasti. Asti Santi. Asti Santi. For plural, you will say Santi. Okay. Vrikshaha Asti. One. I'm just telling in advance. Okay. Vrikshaha Santi. That is a specialty of Sanskritam. Okay. This is where you shouldn't always connect with English. Okay. By now you must be getting the that inclination that English will not go one to one. Yashaha saha. If English you are telling this that, to which you will associate that. Is it with yashaha saha or etat tat or yasha sa? With all, right? So this is a one to n. Okay, one to n relationship. So that kind of thing will come. You need English to understand meaning, but never completely associate that type of study you shouldn't adopt. So this means that you shouldn't go like that. You feel the Sanskritam and it's as if it's in its own you are learning through Sanskritam itself. Okay. So I will try to show a video also. And she is a good teacher, much better than me. So it will be very good for you. I will show that also in the end. If to possibly that will introduce you to Dvivajanam. Anybody heard of Dvivajanam? Dvivajanam Sruyate va? Dvivajanam.
Is it for two, sir? For two we need.
Yes. Samskritasya Visheshata. Samskrita Bhashayaha Visheshata. the specialty of Sanskritam. What all other languages has singular, plural. That's it. Sanskritam has singular, dual, and then plural. Okay, singular, dual. For two, also they have something special. Then this one. Okay, again I am telling that is something specialty. You shouldn't take, oh, then I have to learn one more. Your attitude should not be like that. I have one more to enjoy. That way you take it, okay? Anyway, so let's go. Let me bring up the one document, and then I will project it, and then we will go from there.
Mahodaya, it's a lot of noise.
Oh, okay. So same similar situation like always. So anybody who is where is the mute thing? Please mute yourself. I don't have to do it. This RTM is not working. I think it's working. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't. Anyway. So I'm bringing it up and then I will share, then we'll go from there. Okay. So this time I will, where is it? Let me share. I will ask somebody else new who did not do it so far. So Payal ji, are you able to sing this? Payal ji, unmute karo to Bhavati.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable? If you are not comfortable, fine. There are a lot of other people who may do it. But I want to give everybody some chance. Everybody should feel involved. Are you fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gatu.
Prabhate uthaya padas parsanata purvam.
Prabha. So this again, you should feel the Sanskritam way, okay? Prabhade uthaya, after getting up. Utha, I'm not showing myself. Are you seeing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Prabhade uthaya means after getting up. Padasparshanat purvam. Before you put your leg on the floor, on earth. Padasparshanat. That's again vibhakti, okay? Padasparshanam is touch of the padam or foot. So you see that how vibhakti is useful. Parshanat, it becomes. Yeah. It's not to learn now. I'm just giving a flavor so that you here and there you get it. Prabhade uttaya padasparshanat purvam. So that means eka prarthana agachati. Now a prarthana will be coming. Okay. So everything in our Samskriti there are prarthana before you do. Snanat purvam egam asti. Prabhade uttaya egam asti. Then different times. Bhakshanat purvam before you take food. Of course, those things were earlier possible, nowadays not possible, but there are certain things possible because it's a very calm time early in the morning. This takes only 1 minute, so you can do this also. Okay, Bhavati, Patatu or Gatu?
Samudra vasane devi. Samudra vasane devi parvatasta mandale Vishnu patni namastu bhayang pada parsam samaswa me.
Samudra vasane devi parvadastana mandale Vishnu patni namastubhyam padasparsham kshamaswame. Atra pashyatu samudra vasana. Ka samudra vasana?
Mata Lakshmi.
Esha ka Lakshmi.
Mata Lakshmi. Yeah.
Mata Lakshmi. Mata Lakshmi samudra vasana. Yada vayam sambodhanam kurvanti, when we are addressing, vasana will become vasane. Mahodaya become mahodaye. Lata become late. So evam eva, same way, we are addressing her. That's why samudra vasane. Atra pashyatu Devi.
Devi.
Devi is
Yeah.
actual Devi, right?
Yeah.
The goddess.
Yes.
Parantu atra we are sambodhanam, we are doing sambodhanam. That's
Mm.
why this is at the left side. Okay. When you call Ranjini, is the name. When I want to call Ranjini, I'm sorry, there is Ranjini here. Sorry. Okay. Then it will become left side. Ranjini. Okay. It's not, if you want to write the name of Ranjini, it will be Ranjini right side. When I want to address Ranjini, I will be saying Ranjini with the left side. That means Hraswa. Okay. Same
Sir,
way
I have
Devi.
one doubt.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir, I have one doubt. When
Ah.
we say Devi,
एकः
then
संशयः अस्ति वदतु
when
मम
we say
न संस्कृते संस्कृतेन
oh,
वदतु मम एकः संशयः अस्ति वदतु
mama ekah samsaya asti.
संशयः अस्ति
Samsaya asti.
वदतु
When we write Devi, then while means right side, when we write it in right side, ikar matra.
both are ikaram. One is dirgha ikaram, this is
Dirgha
hraswa
ikaram.
ikaram.
Okay.
Dirgha, the word means long. Hraswa, the word meaning is short. Okay.
Yes.
That is what I am saying, Hraswa, Dirgha and all. I thought you know it. Anyway, if you did not, I'm sorry. There are
No,
certain
sir, I
things
know it, but when we write it, then we write haswai.
That is what I'm saying. When you write a name, it will always be in the right Dirgha.
Okay. Yeah.
When you address, it will be Hraswa.
Haswai.
Here you are addressing, Hey Devi, Samudra Vasane Devi, you are addressing. Okay? Parvadastana Mandala. Ka Parvadastana Mandala? Esha. Esha Lakshmi Parvadastana Mandala. The mountains are her chest. Parvadastana Mandala. So again you are addressing a Parvadastana Mandale, the one whose chest is mountains. A Devi, whose chest is mountains. See how difficult it is in English. In Sanskritam, Parvadastana Mandale, finished. Anyway, at same way, Vishnu Patni is becoming Hraswa, Vishnu Patni. A Vishnu Patni. Namastubhyam, Tubhyam Namastu. Padasparsham Kshamaswame. Did you get the meaning? I have told every meaning now, right? Me means mama, okay? Atra. Me is a word which will, in 2-3 contexts, it can take 2-3 meanings. So in this context, it is mama. Mama Chamaswa. Oh, mom, sorry, mom Chamaswa. Okay, mom means me. Okay. So, Sarve Militwa Gayantu. Ekavaram. Okay, everybody should together. So, Palji, Punar Ekavaram, Prathama Panktyam Gayatu. Only first line she will, Palji will sing. Sarve Anugayantu. Anugayantu means repeat after her. Yeah.
Samudra vasane Devi Parvatasna Mandale.
सर्वे मिलित्वा वदतु
समुद्रवसने
देवी
पर्वतस्मण्डले
द्वितीयं
विष्णु पत्नी नमस्तुभ्यं पादपर्शं समस्वमे.
विष्णुपत्नी
नमस्तुभ्यं
नमस्तुभ्यं
पादस्पर्शं
क्षमस्व मे
you have to little bit improve Payalji, okay? Parvatastana Mantale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam. So every letter you try to pronounce. Padasparsham Kshamaswame. Okay? So what is meant by what is Padasparsham?
Padasparsham samaswame.
It's not Shamaswame. Kshamaswame. Cha.
Samasya. Ha.
Cham,
Okay.
cha. There is it's a karkasha vyanjanam, right? It's stronger. Or samyuktaksharam. Cha. Ka plus
Cha.
sha. Cha. Chamaswame.
Samaswami. Okay, sir.
All right. So what's the meaning of this? Padasparsham Chamaswame. Anybody? What is
We
the
are
meaning?
we are requesting her apology for putting our leg on the floor, sir.
Exactly. Yeah. Padasparsham is touch of foot. Okay. Or feet. It can be both ways.
Sparsham. Okay, sparsham.
Chamaswa means maaf
excuse.
karna. Yeah, excuse,
Okay.
excuse me. Okay.
Okay.
So see what a lofty environmental concept it is. Okay. The before, if you practice this, you will not feel like polluting the earth. A lot of things which already is given to instill within you, all these things, if you do all these things, it will all become much better. There is nothing like giving medicine from inside rather than doing all the damage and then correcting. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Ekam subhashitam patamaha. We will read a subhashitam. Let me see who can do this time. I don't see the names.
Subhashitam.
Subhashitam ityukte artah kaha?
Subhashitam.
Good
Bhashitam.
saying. Good saying.
Yeah. Good saying. Meenakshi ji, vadatum shakyate va? Are you fine, Meenakshi ji?
जी महोदय
भवती पठतु.
सुभाषितम् उदयमेन हि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथै न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति मुखे मृगाः.
So you have to tell visargaha you have to tell clearly. Manorathaihi mrigaha. This is not udayamena. There is a halanda here. So because of that, da and ya is together. Okay. So when the software typing, there's everything may not be very correctly. It's not wrong, but I cannot show this is very closely associated. So these type of things you udyamena
हि सिद्धयन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथै
manorathaihi
मनोरथैः
द्वितीय पंक्त्यां
न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति मुखे मृगाः.
उद्यमेन हि सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथैः न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति मुखे मृगाः. अर्थः कः? anyone? कोऽपि अर्थं जानाति वा? वक्तुं शक्यते वा? Anybody is able to tell the meaning? Whatever you understood.
Without, sir, I'll just try, sir. Without our will and without our effort, just by wishing, we cannot achieve anything. We need to put in effort.
Very good. That's it. Okay. Udyamena. Udyamam means effort. Udyamena he. He is used something to emphasize. Okay. Udyamena he siddhyandi. Siddha, you know meaning, right? Tamil siddha, right? So its verb form is siddhyandi, means labhate, labhante, means you obtain, you get the result. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani. Karyam, you know what is matter. So atra karyani is what? Sadhanam. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi. Manorathaihi is what? Manaha Ratha means what? The daydreaming. Hey, Ayo, who is that about? Who is this? Okay, let me see. I don't see mute all now. Anyway, please cooperate. That's the best way rather than looking where is to mute and unmute. All right. So, Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi. Manorathaihi means with daydreaming. Okay, manorathaihi. It's a plural, manorathaihi. With the daydreamings. Na hi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. Mukha means mouth. Mrigaha means animals. Pravishanti means entering. Suptasya simhasya means sleeping simhaha, sleeping lion. Okay. See, this is again Sanskritam, the specialty. It will be jumbled here and there. It need not be in subject object flow like in English or in other languages. So that's freedom is there in Sanskritam. So we are able to connect them by looking at it. Okay. Na hi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. Suptasya simhasya mukhe mrigaha na pravishanti. That is how it will be. Okay, if you want to put it in the English form. Suptasya simhasya, sleeping lions, mukhe, in the mouth, mrigaha, animals, na pravishanti, do not enter. Sleeping one, it will not enter. Only if you put effort, you will get this guy. Okay. You want to read it once to and feel it? Sarve militva punaragavaram vadatu Bhagini?
Mahodaya, I have a doubt.
Ah.
This Manorathai, how is it coming as he over there when there is the matras of I and that aha? There's no he sign, no?
That is how it is pronounced. So, A is very clear, ending in A, aha, Rama,
Okay.
Ramaha, when is Visarga. Okay. Like that, Hari, and with Visarga, Hari, he, because it's ending. This I is by practice, that is how it is pronounced. I, when it's ending in I, it is I, he.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have an answer why, but that is a custom or that is the way.
Okay.
That's all. Just be aware of it and then use it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Mahodaya,
Dhanyavada.
Vadatu?
एकः प्रश्नः
Hmm.
this उद्यमेन can you write the ya below the samyuktakshara? You have to write just a
Samyuktaksharam,
little
yes, you can
hasta
write
followed
it,
by
but
the
when I type it, please mute. Okay, whoever is not muted. When I type it, this is what software gives. So you want to show it how to, you know it, right? The Samyuktaksharam.
yeah. So the way I thought it was you get the ya to start from below the and is
Yeah,
that
so I told in the very first class or second class, both are possible. Okay. By default, you are supposed to write Samyuktaksharam whenever you write. But you have this choice also. Software sometimes gives like this, we just follow it. I cannot do anything about when I type in Google software. Whatever comes, it
धन्यवादः
comes. Yeah,
महोदय.
that's it. Okay. Astu. If you want, you can, we all together just once. Okay, I will say it, and for whoever, Bhagini, first line you tell it and everybody let them tell. Let them also feel it. Okay, they also need to put effort.
महोदय एकः
Ah,
प्रश्नः
vadatu Bhagini.
Yeah. So the is according to the grammar rules, last assignment, the and ya should not be mixed because the is a rounded alphabet. So how do we combine the and ya?
Okay, let me, yes, it is, let me share this and show you. Where is paint? This is paint. Yeah. So this one you're seeing, right?
Yeah.
This is very standard. Who said it's not used? This is da, dia, right?
Okay.
So you put da, there is a line here, then plus ya, okay? Now what do? You take this first half, that's what this is, first half, because two are combining. You cannot take complete, so I took this much. Now I had to take this fellow. So what I do,
Okay.
here there is a junction. So I took ya from here and all the way I went up and made it. So these two together becomes dia. This is very much used. Who told it's not used? Maybe you did not understand the
Maybe.
question.
I could be wrong. Actually, for the last assignment, I followed the rules they gave for the grammar. So there were some
What do you mean?
alphabets
What do you mean by rule of grammar?
like how to split the words in with the alphabets. So there were
Oh,
some alphabets.
Okay.
So there were
Okay.
some alphabets that we couldn't combine the next alphabet next to it. Maybe I read the rule wrong. I have to read it again.
Anybody else remember what was that question? Which letter
Samyukta
like that?
Akshirani, they have posted in that group, this one, sir, same, the letters which are round one, you cannot split it. Complete it will come. It is show, they have mentioned like that.
Oh, you cannot write like this. That's what they are telling, huh?
Full, the
okay,
letters which
yeah,
are
yeah.
round
Okay,
means
you are
like,
saying it must be written like this only. That's what you're saying, right? It cannot be split like this. That's what they are telling.
no, sir, the letters which are round in shape, they cannot break it. That
Yeah,
whole
that's
letter.
what. This is round, right? Combined one. You should not, because this is round, you should not split it. Is that what you are saying?
No,
Yes,
they have mentioned
that
Okay, let's not get stuck here. Yeah, I will try to
yes,
see
yes.
what is that question. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about the confusion.
That's okay. Yeah, so you have to write combined way. That is the best approach. Other nuances, let us just keep it aside.
Thank you, Mahodaya.
So, idanim nutana vishayam. Adya ega nutana vishayam padamah. This is not nutanam, it's not new, you may be knowing, but let us formally study it. Okay. Ravi ji, Bhavan patatu. Unmute karo to, unmute. Patatu.
Asti, Nasti. Asti is present, existent. Gajaha Asti. Kupi Asti. Jalam Asti.
Uttamam. So what does that mean?
Yeah, it is Gajaha means elephant, right?
Yes.
It is there.
Yes.
Okay, elephant is there. Kupi means glass, right, sir?
Bottle.
Okay, bottle. Bottle is there, and jalam, of course, water is there.
Nasti.
And nasti, na asti, nasti. Simha, nasti. Kartari, right, sir?
Yes, kartari.
Kartari nasti. Dukkham nasti.
Samyak. What's the meaning?
Simha nasti means lion is not there. Kartari, I am sorry, sir, I don't know what it is. Kartari.
Kartari is a scissor.
Scissors, okay. Kattari, that's what we say. Okay. Kartari is not there. And dukkam means sadness.
Yes.
Sadness
Sadness also
is
not there.
is not there. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Should I
So
read the other
Idani,
words also?
yeah, you can read the first line. Let me afterwards give somebody else something.
Yeah.
First line, yeah.
Chat,
अत्र पश्यतु
okay.
अत्र दृष्ट्वा वदतु. Looking at here, you have to appropriately tell. Chatraha asti va na va. Chatra, I will tell you the meaning. Chatraha means student. So if you see a student here, you have to say Chatraha asti. If you don't find, you have to say nasti.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
Chatraha, if you don't know the meaning of a word, I will convey.
Chatraha nasti. Chatram.
Chatra means umbrella.
Umbrella, asti. Griham nasti. Mandiram asti. Nadi nasti. Parvataha asti. It's elephant. It's a mountain, no sir?
Mountain, yeah.
Mountain. Gati asti. Ghanta means sir?
Ghanta is bell.
Okay. Ghanta. Okay. Ghanta nasti. Nayanam means spectacles, right, sir? Eyes, yes. Nayanam asti.
Uttamam. So, idanim Janani ji, bhavati dvitiya panktyam patatu. Unmute karotu patatu. Karnam. Yeah, karnam means ear.
Nasti. Simmaha nasti. Vanaraha hasti.
Uttamam.
Patram.
Patra means leaf.
Leaf nasti. Palam hasti. Chamsaha.
Chamasaha means spoon.
Chamasaha nasti. That is scissor.
Kartari.
Kartari asti. Scissor.
Angani.
Angani
is pencil.
Angani nasti. So anga, okay, the da we are not pronouncing.
Here again, the same question will come. The recent, the previous one. This is also round and ga and all. But this is the way when you type it will come. So you are supposed to write it combined.
How do you write it combined?
Half of you can put this first nga, not full height, half the height, and ga below that.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a rule, right? So whenever this comes, it is half. Okay. Angani is, can you repeat your pencil?
Angani is pencil, yeah.
Angani nasti. Lekhani.
Hasti.
So what is lekhani?
Lekhani is pen.
Pen. Hasti.
Hastu. Okay. Now I will give it to Shankarji. Shankarji, unmute karodu. Patatu.
Vaidyaha nasti. Krishihi nasti.
No, not Krishi. Rishi.
Rishi. Oh, sorry. Rishi asti.
Rishihi.
Rishihi asti. Stalikaha.
Stalika is plate. Not ha. Stalika only.
Stalika asti. Chashakaha
is cup.
Is what?
Cup.
Okay. Nasti. Kukuraha.
No,
sorry. Mayuraha.
This is Mayuraha.
Mayuraha asti. Kukuraha.
Kukura is, I get confused with Kukura and Kukura. One is a dog and one is the rooster. Okay. I always get confused between them. So Kukuraha is a dog. Kukutaha is rooster. So Kukuraha.
Kukkuraha nasti.
Yeah, asked. Okay, Paryaptam, sufficient. Okay. Anybody has any question about asti, nasti? It's a very simple thing. Okay. But I wanted you to practice so that you get the usage. So that's why you should read it. So when others are reading, you have to read, others need to read in their own mind. Okay. Anyway, you committed time and your attention is here. This is the best time to best efficient way of learning. Then and there you also read in your mind. Don't go back and read it and all. It takes more time or you spend more time. You can read it. I am not telling don't, but here itself you get it and then main work will be done. Okay. इदानीं नूतनविषयं पुल्लिङ्ग बहुवचन पदानि तदनन्तरं स्त्रीलिङ्ग बहुवचन पदानि बहुवचनानि and then नपुंसकलिङ्ग बहुवचनानि. Okay, परिचयं कुर्मः. We will get introduced to these three, how to say a bahuvachanam, plural of namapadam, plural of nouns. So like I said previously and last class and all, a little bit introduced, we are talking about three types: pullingam, pullingaha, strilingaha, navumsakalingaha. And you will, at least the beginning mostly and mainly, you will come across words ending in aha. Words ending in aha is generally, by and large, they are pullingaha. Now, strilingaha, there are two types. Words ending in a, that is also almost always, exceptions are there, but you can take it, mostly you can just take it like that. Mostly if you find something ending in a, that is strilingam. If you find ending anything in e, that's also strilingam. So strilingam, two types you commonly see, a, e. These two are almost always strilingam, okay? But you should also be aware that there are hraswa ikara with visarga, harihi, kavihi, munihi. Those can be either way. That is regarding pullinga, they all go to ihi, harihi, munihi, and kavihi. All these things are pullinga. But strilinga also are not less. Shaktihi and ratrihi, matihi. They are also ihi, but they are all strilingam. So whenever you see hrasu ikara with visarga, it can be either one. Okay, so there they are almost equal. So that you should don't worry about it. That you cannot take granted. That's what I want to say. So, but in general, anything ending in aha is pullingam. Anything ending in without visarga, a and e is strilingaha. And anything ending in am, almost always, I have never seen an exception. Am means it is going to be navumsakalingam. So here again, navumsakalingam, okay, I wanted to ask last class, I missed it. So suppose I see my friend got a prize in the competition and he is given a small packet. So he received it in the stage. Now he looked at it and he understood what is inside. Okay. Now I want to ask him, hey, what is that? So how will I ask? Will I ask Esha kaha, Esha ka, or Etat kim? Which one I should ask? Anybody has answer? I don't know what is. Huh?
It is etat kim.
Etat kim.
Why?
It's an article.
An article can be pulling also. Suppose he got a glass as a prize. Okay.
Okay.
A small box. Chashakaha is a pullingam. So then it's Eshaha Kaha. Eshaha Chashaka. Suppose you got a plate. Eshaka. Esha Stalika. This is what I got. Stalika. Suppose you got a pustakam. Etat kim? Etat pustakam. So which one is correct? What should I ask? Okay, you are not familiar. So whenever anything is not clear, unknown, and anything, always Navumsakalingam. Okay, Etat kim. Doesn't matter if it is a Chashakaha or Chamasaha or Stalika. Your question is not wrong because you don't know. So anything not known as a gender neutral way, the usage is Navumsakam. Okay. Tat kim, what is that? I don't know whether it's a Pullinga Nama or Strilinga Nama or Navumsakalinga Nama. I don't know anything. So my question always will be in Navumsakalinga. Tat kim. Okay. So I just want to mention that so that that question will be clear. Okay. Now somebody should read it. Stephen G. Bhavan Patatu, you try some 3 lines. I just want you to try. Unmute karo to Stephen G. You're hearing Stephen? Are you able to read? If you are having difficulty, I will give it to somebody else.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yes. So you
Okay.
read from left to right, okay? Only for 3
Okay.
lines. Yeah, 3 lines.
All right. Ha,
Ajaha. Ajaha.
ajaha, ajaha. Okay. And then ha or ajaha,
Ajaha.
ajaha.
Here what we are saying is Ajaha is singular, ekavachanam.
Okay.
It's bahuvachanam. Tasya bahuvachana roopam ajaha.
Okay.
It's very simple. Anything ending in aha, its bahuvachanam is just dirgha form. Ajaha, ajaha. Okay. Didiyam
Ajaha.
patatu. Didiyam
Yes.
patatu.
Okay, and that's
Alasaha.
alasa,
Alasaha. Alasaha.
alasaha. Okay.
Bahuvachana roopam.
Alasaha.
No. Atra kim? Alasaha.
Alasaha. Alasaha. Okay.
Tridiyam.
I can't read that.
Ashwaha. Ashwaha.
Ashuha. Okay.
Ashwaha.
Ashuha. Ashwaha.
Uttamam. Okay. Idanim kaha Padmajaji bhavati patatu.
Namaskaram, Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, sir, in the book, in the RSS book, the Ashwaha, the Shah is given as this thing, Talavya Shah, the half Shah. But here it is Shra, half Shra.
It is not Sra. No. That's different. Okay. So actually these things you should be clear. Okay. We shouldn't be spending time on this. Anyway, I will show you. Okay. You're seeing I hope my screen. Okay.
Yes, Mahodaya.
Why it's not writing? Okay. Yeah. It is a eraser. Is this one? Okay. I don't know why eraser is not working. Okay. So this is sh, okay, plus va. So when these two combine, there's a special way they combine. You take half of this, and from here you take va and make it shwa. Okay. Now I understand you are concerned about Sra, Sri Devi. That one is up to here, it's okay. But then it becomes like this. Then you are doing like this. So this thing is something like you see kra, right? You say ka and then put a line, it's kra. Same way, Sri Devi, Sa, Sri Devi, and then put this one. That this thing is absent here. It's a subtle difference. You should be very observing clearly and follow that and write it. Now, you guys, or many of you have all these issues with this small subtle variations. So you should, I don't have any reference with myself. I have studied Hindi. That time everything got cleared because Hindi also followed. And I studied in my young age. It still is with me because I have written, I have studied long Hindi. So it's very easy for me because I have done it again and again. For you, because you have these type of subtle variation doubts and all, you should, it must be available. If not, you buy a book. There must be some book, if not Sanskritam, Hindi book, okay? Aksharamala, Samyuktaksharam, how to write. I'm sure even web itself, there must be some PDF or something. Download it. Something should be showing the way I showed here. This is how this, and something will be correctly showing with a dotted line, go like this. I have seen something like that and all, then arrow to tell you how exactly to follow, right? You must have seen that. Take initiative. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani. Okay, you cannot, every time everything cannot be told you. I will give you one more Subhashidam next class. It will go inside you very deeply. Okay, Udyam Avashyagam. You have to take your effort. Okay, you cannot keep on asking every question and get answer. I'm not discouraging you. Okay, but this is not the things you should be taking effort on yourself and making correct yourself. Okay.
Mahodaya, no, question was in the book analysis, horse Hashva is the sh, right? It is Tala
Okay.
sh. That's why.
Are you seeing my paint?
Yes, sir. It is
Okay.
Talavya sh, half sh. The first sa, sh,
So there are three
sha,
things. One is
sha.
sa, one is sa, one is sha.
Sha.
This is Shiva, sha. Okay. This is
Sa.
Sita, Shiva, and Sha is Krishna. Which one you are talking? This one or this one or this one?
The
First
middle
one,
one.
second,
The
middle one. Okay,
one.
yeah. Okay. So Ashwaha is this one.
Yes.
Ashwaha uses this one, not this or this. It
Yes.
is not Ashwaha.
Correct. But here in the document, it is shra. This shra is being used. Not
Again, you are telling same thing. This is the
okay.
difference.
Okay.
Okay. You have observed closely. There is no, in the bottom, there is no this
Okay.
line.
Okay.
That makes the difference between Sra and Shwa.
Okay.
If you want to write Sri Devi, you will write this one. You will use this Sri Devi. Okay? Anyway.
Okay, Mahodaya. Thanks.
No problem. No problem. So I think I had to again share this. Okay. Who was reading it? I was.
Padmaja.
Padmaja ji. Patatu.
Yeah. Adeshaha. Adeshaha. Kavataha. Kavataha. Kavihi. Kavayaha.
Stop karo. Look at here. It is little different. Okay. This is so this is not ending in aha. It's ending in ihi. So this is, don't bother about it. Yeah. As we progress, we will learn the different declension, they call it English, different forms of how some of the words change depending on it is ihi or uhu. Uhu also will come here. Okay, these two. These also we will learn. So at the moment, just take note that aha will become aha, dirgha form. That's it. Okay. But this is also you will learn slowly. I just want to introduce you, but you don't need to be making by heart or anything, just familiarize. So this is one thing little different. Kavadaha, kavataha, parantu, kavihi, kavayaha.
Kavayaha.
Agree?
Krushivala.
Krishi,
Krushivallaha.
Krishivala.
Krushivallaha. Krushivallaha. Kagaha. Kagaha.
Gagagana, gagaha,
Gagaha.
gagaha.
Kagaha. Gayakaha. Gayakaha. Bhaktaha. Bhaktaha. Shishuhu. Shishavaha. U changes to vaha. Guruhu. Guruvaha.
Guravaha.
Guravaha. Gajaha.
Somebody
Ra
else, okay?
changes to vaha.
Okay. I will ask Chalaji to. Thank you, okay? Padmajaji. Patadu Chalaji, you are unmute karodu. No, you are on mute. No, you are still on mute. Okay.
Gajaha, Gajaha. Mandukaha, Mandukaha.
Mandukaha.
Mandukaha. Chatraha, Chatraha. Vaidyaha, Vaidyaha. Asandaha, Asandaha. Apanaha, Apanaha. Syutaha, Syutaha.
Look at this, Mandukaha. Have you heard about Manduka anywhere? Mandukya Upanishad.
Upanishad, yes.
Sruyateva.
Yeah.
Mandukya Upanishad. Yeah, this is how you get familiarized with some words, okay? Uttamam. Now, anybody else? New one? Jayabala Ambikaji?
Yes, Mahoday. Amba, Ambaha, Snehita.
Etat patatu.
Okay. Strilinga Bahuvachanani. Amba, Ambaha. Snehita, Snehitaha. Lekhani, Lekhanyaha, Lekhanyaha. Sthalika, Sthalikaha. Utpitika, Utpitikaha. Nadi, Nadyaha. Adhyapika, Adhyapikaha. Chhatra, Chhatraha. Chitrakari, Chitrakaryaha. Nidra, Nidraha. Atavi.
Enough, okay. Now, Shanti Reviji, Patatu Chakadeva.
Yeah. Atavi, Atavyaha.
Kunchika.
Kunchikaha, Kunchika, Kunchikaha. Kartari, Kartaryaha. Sanchita, Sinchita, Sinchitaha.
No, after Kartari, Chinta.
Chinta, Chintaha. Patrika, Patrikaha. Petika, Petikaha.
Metha Shakti.
Metha Shaktihi. Metha Shaktiyaha.
Shaktayaha.
Shaktayaha. Metha Shaktayaha.
Metha Shaktayaha.
Metha Shaktayaha. Chircha.
Charcha.
Sorry, Sacha. Chachaha.
See, Metha Padkar. You have heard about her? Metha Padkar. Environmentalist. So when you hear the names of people, that's another way. Think about what's the meaning, or if you come across at least while studying, you can relate it, okay? That is how you, oh, I have heard that. It's not unfamiliar, okay? Anyway.
Mahoday, ekah prashnaha. Bahuvachanani.
Mahodayna.
महोदया एकः प्रश्नः
एकः प्रश्नः
एकः प्रश्नः
Hmm.
बहुवचनानि for Kattari. How do we read it?
Kartari, Kartaryah. Where is Kartari?
Kartariyah. Scissors at
Yeah.
under key.
Okay, take one by one. Ka.
Yeah.
Rta. Okay, you remove this. You imagine there is no in the top part. How will you say? Ka rta yaha. Now with the yaha, there is in front. You start with yaha. So kartaryaha, right?
Kartaryaha.
Chitrakayaha. Chitrakaryaha. So when you see this, it automatically will be preceded. Karyaha. Kartavya. Kartaryaha. Okay. So here, in nutshell, there is only one thing. So it's just like Pullingam. Pullingam chatraha chatraha. Here also anything amba ambaha. So in that sense, both are identical. Okay, for plural. Here also you can have a question. Chatraha is Pullingam, chatraha. Chatra is female student. That also Bahuvajanam will be chatraha. Both Bahuvajanam is same. How do you differentiate? In the context. If you see girls, chatraha means they are girls students. If you see boys, they are boy students. If you see both together, no problem. That both are mixed. Okay. Then the other form is ikaram. So ikaram, it will become nadyaha. Here also is actually chitrakari. Then you are saying yaha, chitrakari yaha. Because of a special way of pronunciation, it has to be together. Chitrakari yahana, chitrakaryaha. That's all. It's actually same things. Okay, same thing, but because it's a combined way, you have to pronounce it as chitrakaryaha. Avagatam? Anything ending in akaram, it will become akaram itself with a visarga. So very simple. Just put a visarga. If it's ending in a, then it becomes plural. If it is ending in e, then just put iha. Okay, nadi nadyaha, kartari kartaryaha, atavi atavyaha, like that. Astu. Dhanyavadaha Mohoday. Now I will ask, who did not Chitraji? Chitraji, patadu.
नपुंसकलिङ्ग बहुवचनानि अम्बरम् अम्बराणि आभरणम् आभरणानि उत्तरम् उत्तराणि उदरम् उदराणि औषधम् औषधानि उद्यानम्.
Okay, you're right. This should be aushadhani. Okay, I just put it wrong way. Aushadham, aushadhani. Okay, aushadhani. Yeah.
उद्यानम् उद्यानानि कलेवरं कलेवराणि कर्मगृहं कर्मगृहाणि कौशलं कौशलानि.
Oh, here it's wrong. Okay, actually it should be the other way. Gr is it's a boo. This is actually it should be anyway. Okay, that's fine. Kaushalam.
कौशलं कौशलानि घृतं घृतानि छत्रं छत्राणि दुग्धं दुग्धानि धैर्यं धैर्याणि वस्त्रं वस्त्राणि शाकं शाकानि.
So Saralaha eva. Vadatu.
एकः प्रश्नः. So I see some of them have me and some of them have
Okay, good question. That's what I am coming to. So here let me explain so that you will get it. Okay, So here, when it's Napunsaka the only thing you have to do is Ani or Ani. Okay? Ambaram, Ambarani, Aparanam, Aparanani. There is one rule in Sanskritam. If in a single word, Ekapadam, if you come across Ra or Sha, and then if it is followed by Na turns into Na. There's a rule. In a single word, single padam, okay? Single padam means single word. There are letters. In that letter, look whether Ra or Sha, Rasha, these two, either of them or both. If they appear, if it is followed subsequently, if there is a Na will turn into Na. Okay, Na will turn into Na, Karnam, Karnaha, Na, that Na, Parnam, Na. So Parnam is a good example. Parnam, Parnani. Okay, no, Parnani. Okay. Udaram, Udarani. Because there is Ra, it is not Udarani, not this Ni. Udarani. Uttaram, because there is this Ra, it is not Uttarani na, Uttarani. Same way, you will see somewhere Sha. Didn't I write Sha here somewhere? Aushadham. This is not Adhyani, it's actually Aushadhani. Okay. Imagine that Ya is not there. Aushadham, because of Sha, Aushadhani. Okay. Whereas here there is neither, these two guys are not there. Neither Ra is there nor Sha is there. So it is straightforward. Udyanam, Udyanani. So this is the default. Anything ending in Bahuvajana Rupam will be Ani. With Nam, you just add Ani. Udyanam plus Ani, Udyanani. Like that, Kaushalam plus Ani, Kaushalani. Gridam plus Ani, Gritani. So take the singular word and yogaha, ani, then you will get the Bahuvajana Rupam. With an added clause, if that padam contains Ra or Sha, just ani in the ni, just change it to ni. That's it. That's all simple. Automatically come. See, these rules are not just like that. These are because you try to pronounce yourself. It will make it hard to say na. Automatically, your mouth will be tempting you to say na. That's why it is. Okay, it's not somebody came up with something. No, they understand that when they used it in the Prachina Kalam, olden time, automatically it's becoming na, because that's how the preceding Ra and Sha makes you to say na to na. So then it became a usage. That's how it is. Okay. So if you say Ambaram, Ambarani, it doesn't look that nice. Ambarani. That is the effect of Ra and Sha. Avagadam? Is it clear?
Mahodaya, Mahodaya, ekha prashnaha. Chatram, again, Chatrani.
Yeah, because Tra is Ta plus Ra. Ta plus Ra, right? This is Samyuktaksharam. If you split it, there is Ta and Ra.
Correct.
So whether Ra is conspicuous or it is hidden, doesn't matter. He is there. Okay. As long as he is there, he will make it Na to Na.
Dhanyavada.
Okay. Any more doubts? Okay, we'll follow. Okay. Okay, I will not go there now. Okay. So let us go to. So anybody has got any question, any doubt on this? So what we learned today? This is okay. This is just like that. Okay, this we learned very important. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani. Just keep it in your mind. Anyway, this one we learned asti nasti. That is very simple. Okay, asti nasti. Nasti is coming from na yogaha asti. It becomes nasti. That's a santi. Okay, when na plus asti, automatically it is na plus a na, then nasti. And then we took all the some example words, and by looking at, we said whether it is asti or nasti. So I think everybody will be very clear about asti, nasti. It's very basic. So keep it in your mind. Then we went into pullingam, pullinga bahuvajanam. It's very easy. Pullinga, you will we are currently focusing only on aha. Okay, and that is sufficient now. So anything ending in aha, it will become aha, ajaha, ajaha, alasaha, alasaha, ashwaha, ashwaha, like that. That's also simple. You can make a bahuvajanam. Same way, same rule here. Amba, ambaha. Here you just need to put one visarga, it became bahuvajanam. But in Strilingam, E, A and E also is common. So when you come across E, yogaha, yaha. So nadi plus yaha, nadyaha. Chitrakari plus yaha, chitrakaryaha. Like that, atavi, atavyaha, like that. So that's also easy. And navumsake kim bhavati? Ani bhavati. Namunsaka ekavachana yogaha. Ani, it will take ani. Okay, ambarani. And then exception rules we talked. Ra and sha is preceding, then na will become na. Aparanam, aparanani, uttaram, uttarani, udaram, udarani, udyanam, udyanani. Okay. Anybody, can you think about one word and tell me bahuvajanam? You be creative. Either pullingaha va, strilingaha va,
Mahodaye,
navumsakalingaha va.
Mahodaye,
Padatu,
this is Chitra vadatu.
vadami.
Abaranam, abaranani. It is not like that. Abaranani or abaranani.
Oh, Abaranani. Yes, it's a printing mistake. Abaranani. Yes, you are right. Abaranani. Correct. Yes. So now my question, anybody be creative. Think about any word and tell
Patram,
the Bahuvaj.
patrani. Patram, patrani.
Uttamam. Okay. Anybody else?
Pustakam, pustakani.
Uttamam. Then?
Pushpam, pushpani.
Pushpa niva, pushparni va.
Pushpani.
Kimartham pushparni? Why?
Because we have the sha and it need to be followed by the ni. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, needs to become na.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any pullinga padam?
Vrikshaha, vrikshaha.
Kallolaha.
Netraha, netrani.
Netram, netrani.
Netrani. Okay.
Karnaha.
Balakaha, balakaha.
Uttama.
Kandaha,
Balika.
Talikani.
Huh?
Talikaha.
Okay.
Dandaha, dandaha.
Kupi, bottle. What is that kupi? It's a Strilingam. Kupi, bottle. How will it become?
Kupya, kupi, kupyaha.
Kupyahana, kupyaha.
Kupyaha.
Now I will ask Bhavan. Bhavan, you read. Bhavati. Kasam Bhavati.
Bhavatyaha.
Bhavatyaha. Bhavatyahana. I told in one class. Do you remember?
Yes.
Bhavatyaha means Bhavati's. Bhavati's name. Bhavatyaha means. But Bhavatyaha means what? Ladies. Plural. Okay? First. So you can think about some words whenever it comes to come across. You can Ratri is not good.
Nauka. Nauka boat.
Nauka.
Naukaha.
Yes. Nauka. Naukaha. Mekhaha. Megha katham bhavati?
Aha.
Meghaha.
Meghaha.
Akashaha.
Akashaha.
Bhagini. Bhagini means sister. Bhagini.
Bhagani.
Bhaganya. Bhaganya.
भगन्यः
Bhaginyaha.
Bhaginyah.
Mata.
Mata. Mataha.
No. That's a different thing. Okay, that's an exception. We will come across later. Okay.
Mati.
No. Don't want to go there. So there are some exceptions you will come across. What is the other word? Okay. Okay, Lata.
Late.
Lataha.
Late.
Lataha.
Shakha.
Shakaha.
Shakaha.
Sumangali.
Sumangalyaha.
Sumangalyaha.
No, this is where you just take little care. Don't
Sumangalyaha.
say Sumangalyaha.
Sumangalyaha. Okay.
Okay. Right. Now let me go to, I want to go to another thing. And let us do that quickly. And
Mahodaya, I have a prashna hai. You said in Sanskrit we have singular, dual, and plural. So we have seen singular and plural now, right? For
yes.
dual, the wordings will be different.
Yes.
For example, if it is chatram.
Yeah, chatram, chatre, chatrani.
Oh, chhatri. Chatra.
That will come. Dual is not very commonly coming in our usage, right?
Okay.
So we don't want to introduce you and then make you little more. So we want to introduce it slowly. Actually, I'm going to introduce it now.
Okay.
With a very good teacher. Where is it? I had. Okay. So this is a YouTube thing. I don't know it will work or not, but if there is some problem.
Mahodaya, Nadi.
Nadi.
Nadiyah. Nadi.
Yeah.
Nadyah.
Nadyah. Yeah. Why is it not coming up? Yeah. Are you able to see this?
Yeah.
Are you able to see?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you able to hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll forward it to the extent where we need to start. Okay. She's telling something, and I think at 2 point something it starts. I believe it is somewhere here.
Understand this. In this session, you are going to learn more Sanskrit words.
You are able
For
to hear?
that, you will have to participate in an activity with me. Before we begin, keep a few articles handy with you. Pause the video on the slide that will come up next. Quickly go and collect all the articles that will be shown there. Keep all of them ready in front of you and then continue the video. You will need any 3 books, 4 pencils, 3 plates and 4 spoons. Welcome back, and if you are ready with everything, let us do a quick recap of what these articles are called in Sanskrit. Chamasaha, Sthalika. Ankani. Pustakam. Now, you all have 3 or more of each of these. Today, let us learn plural word forms. So, as I pick each article, you are going to do the same and repeat the forms after me. Chamasaha, chamasau, chamasaha.
So you saw that, right? Chamasau. That is for 2. Okay?
Sthalika, sthalike, sthalikaha. Ankani, ankanyau, ankanyaha. Pustakam, pustake, pustakani. Wait a minute. In English, I would have said spoon, spoons, plate, plates, book, books. But in Sanskrit, there are different words for 1 spoon, 2 spoons, and many spoons. Yes, Sanskrit has 3 forms: singular, dual, and plural. Plural forms are used for 3 or more than 3 of anything. We already know how to put the words we are learning into 4 sets. Words that belong to one set, all of them have a similar ending sound. So let us learn the dual and plural forms set-wise. When I show you the item, I will use these signs: 1, 2, many. You just have to repeat the form after me and you will learn all of them in a jiffy. Set 1. Words ending in the sound a followed by ha. Spoon, chamasaha. Repeat after me. Chamasaha, chamasau, chamasaha. Cup, chashakaha, chashakaha, chashakau, chashakaha. Now can you make the forms? Eraser, marjakaha,
Marjakaha, marjakau, marjakaha.
Bag, siutaha,
Siutaha, siutau, siutaha.
paint, varnalepaha,
Varnalepaha, varnalepau, varnalepaha.
Set 2. Words ending in the sound a followed by Book, pustakam, pustakam, pustake, pustakani. Comb, kankatam, kankatam, kankate, kankatani. Continue in the same way. Leaf, parnam,
Parnam, parne, parnani.
fruit, phalam,
Phalam, phale, phalani.
Seed, bijam.
Bijam, bije, bijani.
Set 3. Words ending in the sound A. Plate, sthalika. Say after me. Sthalika, sthalike, sthalikaha. Box, petika, petika, petike, petikaha. Your turn. Key, kunchika.
Kunchika, kunchike, kunchikaha.
Paintbrush, tulika.
Tulika, tulike, tulikaha.
Garland, mala.
Mala, male, malaha.
Set 4. Words ending in the sound E. Pencil, ankani. Ankani, ankanyau, ankanyaha. Pen, lekhani. Lekhani, lekhanyau, lekhanyaha. You continue. Bottle, kupi.
Kupi, kupyau, kupyaha.
Scissors, kartari.
Kartari, kartaryau, kartaryaha.
Clock, ghati.
Ghati, ghatyau, ghatyaha.
Uttamam. And now for a self-test. From the articles that you have in front of you, make a separate pile of those that I ask you to. You have 15 seconds to do this. Listen carefully. Pustakani, ankanyau, sthalike, chamasaha. Pustakani, ankanyau, sthalike, chamasaha. This is what you should have kept together. Uttamam! Sarve swasya krite karatadanam kuruta. Idanim adyatanaha prashnaha. Eshaha nandaha. Esha nandasya pitamahi. Sarve shashakaha nandasya pitamahim ajji iti avhayanti. Nandasya janmadinam asti. Ataha pitamahi प्रीति भोजस्य आयोजनं कर्तुम् इच्छति. जन्मदिनस्य प्रीति भोजः, बर्थडे पार्टी. अज्जी नन्दं पृच्छति. नन्द, तव कति मित्राणि आगमिष्यन्ति? त्वं सूचीं kuru. Suchi means list. Nanda has to make a list of guests, his friends whom he wants to invite for his birthday party. He will invite his rabbit friends Sumukh, Gauri, Champak. That makes it 3. He has 3 monkey friends Soma, Ram and Viraj. Deer, they are 4. Nilesh, Geetesh, Karthik and Leela. 2 ants, Kala and Mala. Squirrels, Sunny and Munna. They love carrot cake. And how can he forget Shambhu the elephant, who swings them all on his trunk? So Nanda wants to invite 15 friends in all. Nanda now wants to rewrite the list in Sanskrit because that will make his grandma very happy. Can you help him? You know all the words because you have been watching Kallola stories regularly. And if you want to make friends with all these animals, you must visit Dharmaranyam. Do you know they have built a jungle gym there so that they can exercise regularly and keep themselves fit? Watch the story of Nanda and his friends in Trayaha Shashakaha. I'll see you again in the...
All right. So did you follow?
Haan, Mahoday.
All right. So we are correctly at 7:30. So let me go back to my slide and tell you there is one more thing. We will not go through it much, but this was what. So last one, I hope you are able to see my screen. Are you? Okay. So last one, this is what I wanted to teach you. You don't want to go through it, but in case you come across, let us just plant the seed and come back next class and again go through it. It's very simple. Asti Santi. This is Asti is. This is Santi is plural of Asti. Okay. So Asandaha Asti. There is a seat. Asandaha. Suppose you say plural. Seats. Asandaha. Then Asti should take the form of what? Santi. Same way, apanaha asti. There is, please mute, okay? Apanaha asti. There is a shop. There are shops. Then apana will become apanaha. Correspondingly, this is a kriyapadam. Kriyapadam also, it will take a different form. Kriyapadam, we will come across, we will study after this. We are studying in this order. First, Nama Padani. Okay, we are studying all the Nama Padas. That's what we were studying. So now we slowly need to go into Kriya Padam. But this is how we will start. Asti Nasti, you know. Now, because we learned Bahuvajanam, we want you to know Santi also. So because you now you will say Asandaha, Asandaha. So you should be knowing this one also. So that's why I want to introduce. It's very simple. Asti Nasti, Asti Santi. So whenever you use plural, just put Santi. So I have put some Strilingaha, then Namusagam. Okay, we will come across, we will read it in the next class. So Samapayamaha, any question before we end it?
Mahodaya, can you post that link which you showed the stories link just now for the example, so that we can go through it?
Yeah. That's a good one. That is actually, there is a Chitrapur Mutt. It is somewhere near Mangalore. I liked their presentations, and there are the way they present it. There is a PDF and all is very good. The way it's in English, but just like conversation. But think about it. There are a lot of materials all over internet. You have to be judicious so that you use minimum time to get maximum benefits. So this could be one of them. At the same time, you should not be overwhelmed by a lot of these things. You have other things to do. So attend our class and you will understand with this flow very quickly things. And we go there, and if you have time, go through it. But this one, the specific, these videos are very good. That is called Kallola. Let me go there so that you see that. See my screen. This is called their Kallola. Okay. So Chitrapur Mat and somewhere videos are there, so you can get it. I will send you the link, and then.
Mahodaya, Ekah Prashna. What was the episode number you showed us for the?
So that was one too many. This one, 14. You see this? So 14. They are basically, I think, Gauda Saraswata Brahmin types. So every video may not be same. She is talking in Konkani here and there. In some of them I have seen, instead of English, it's Konkani. Okay. So you have to be aware of it. But mainly she is very nicely introducing. In this here and all, she's I think she's a what is that? Bird observer, what was it called? Ornithologist, right? Something like that. She's very interested, it seems, in all these birds. So it's very nice if you look at all these videos, in the beginning at least, she's introducing a lot of birds. I did not look at all the videos. One video I saw very nice. It was about parrot. And she is showing each of the body part, and giving, because of this, he is called Vakra Chanjuhu or Rakta Chanjuhu, something like that. Means Rakta Chanjuhu means the beak, the red colored beak fellow, that way. Okay. So there are a lot of synonyms for Shukaha, is parrot. And then she is telling different synonyms and why it is called, and she will show the real parrot, and it's a very nice one, and then show all the features, attributes. Because of this, we call it this name, that name. That's very nice. And a lot of birds chirping, all sounds and all are there. Yes, you can observe and watch when you get time. All right. Samapyamaha. You have any other question? Do you have any doubt about what we covered today? Any question in general of any of the items we covered today?
Mahodaya, just a small point to clarify. This asti and nasti, what you said in the starting, when we say asti for singular, and in this santi is for plural, right, sir? And same way for nasti, also the same santi or something else?
Normally they say nasanti.
Nasanti, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
There is not, it's not combined way, people don't say that.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Because you just put suppose this is not a chair.
Seats are not there.
Yeah, it's
asandaha na santi.
Nasanti, that's it.
Nasanti, okay.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, asti, nasti, asti, santi, na asti. Nasti has a single word, nasti.
Okay.
Nasanti will not become. Nasanti is separate. Nasanti.
Okay. Thank you.
Mahodaya,
Mahodaya.
I just have one request. Is it possible to just sum up that whatever you told us, like that kind of in a brief point, that if it's you just write aha, like in these things. You gave us some points, Mahodaya.
Okay, all right. Okay, so
It'll be
very
easier
simple.
for us
Actually,
to relate
the purpose of see your study style also, if you improve, that will be better. I will give it. Okay, you must be you might have practiced that kind of learning. That is fine. But
then
here
we'll
you can
look at this and that together, and we'll relate to it.
Yeah, you just only 3 things I told. Okay, 3 or 4 things. Pullinga is aha, it will become aha. You should directly put it in your memory or your brain instead of again somebody writing, going through. Then only this is more interesting. You shouldn't be studying this like you studied your Vyavahariga Vishayaha or physics or economics or like that. There it's what? It's a materialistic world. But this is, you should be just like that the teacher was telling. She was telling you will learn something word you used. I don't remember what was that. You will learn like Chamba or something like that. That way you should try to learn it, okay? By association. So when you say aha, it should be aha, pulling up. That's one rule I tell. When you say ah, it should be aha. If you want to write it and practice it, fine. Okay. If you see e, it's iyaha, chitrakari, chitrakaryaha, nadi, nadyaha. Then last thing I told, will become ani. And for that, there are some rules. If it is ra and sha as preceding, na becomes na. These are all the only rules. Okay. You want still to send it? I can.
No, it's okay. We'll try.
All right.
I'll note it down.
Yeah. So the way to learn is just keep reading yourself, and then it automatically let it go in your brain rather than again write it down, and you don't do that, all those things. If you want to do it, nice, fine. Incidentally, I have heard a lot of prabhashanas, okay? You might be seeing it during the prabhashana, especially all those adhyatmika prabhashanas, spiritual talks. It's not to discourage anybody. So subject itself is such that you should not take notes. You might have seen some people coming with a note, something like a commercial class or a whatever material subject class. When they teach physics, you do need it. Okay, what was all laws I forgot. Okay, whatever, thermodynamics 1, or there was some Plato's law or something. What was that floating law? I forgot that fellow's name. That kind of thing, you do need it. Or a square plus b square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. You do need it. That's just the empirical knowledge, not this adhyatmika subjects. When that fellow is, sorry to say fellow, the Bhashanakaraha, when he's telling, you should just listen and you should take in. There's nothing like writing because the very nature of the subject is different. It has to sink in your, these subjects are not like that. It is adhyatmika subjects because it is related to your atma. That is not to be written and made by heart. Then it becomes becomes different. It becomes empirical level, mind level. Mind is actually not a good thing when you want to evolve. Okay, it's good and bad if you use it properly. So, but he is tricky and he will take you to different directions. So, same way, this is, you cannot say this is a materialistic subject or it is not even a Achatmika subject, but this is a medium of Sanskritam is a medium we used, or maybe it has something unusual characteristic I cannot explain. The very language, I will tell you about Maheshwara Sutrani. Have you heard about Maheshwara Sutrani? The way Sanskritam Vyakaranam evolved. It is Shiva's dance which produced the sound. From there only we understood the, or Panini Maharshi. I don't want to go there much, but there are some things behind it. This language is like that, and we need to learn the way that teacher was teaching the students, and students were just communicating back and learning. Okay, and then if you still did not learn it, keep reading it. You read this just once. It's not just like take it and then keep it. I have that document there. Oh, it's there. That is not the way. You should read it. Ajaha, ajaha, alasaha, alasaha. Completely you read it. It may take 2 minutes for you, those who know it well. This also you read it. Completely if you read it, totally it may take 5-6 minutes. The moment you finish it, all these things will be cleared. You don't need to again refer somewhere and understand when it is ending ani. But that is also good. Then you have to put it in your mind and think and do it rather than taking a note and do it. Okay, but this is individualistic. I just expressed my way of thought process. but I'm not to disturb anybody's comfort style and putting into nowhere land. I'm just conveying you. If you want to be more efficient, it's my opinion. Anyway, if you want it, don't want to take it, you can. You don't. That's fine. Okay. Samapyamaha. Any other question? Ready? Samapyamaha. Okay. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah.
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
पुनः मिलामः आगामी सप्ताहे शुभा दिन
शुभदिनं महोदय धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः महोदय
पुनः मिलामः
धन्यवादः
मिलामः धन्यवादः
नमस्ते धन्यवादः to all.